Good morning on this beautiful morning here in Kerry. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And I know that a lot of you are probably just getting back from the school run. So enjoying perhaps the peace and quiet of the house, or maybe not. Maybe you're missing the hustle and bustle of getting up with your kids. Anyway, whatever you're doing, you're very welcome. And thank you for joining me. And if you're watching the replay, then you're equally welcome. Welcome to my Monday messages. My name's Rebecca. I'm a holistic health coach and homeopath. And I just pop in here every Monday to just set a tone or give you an idea or a thought or a simple practice for the week to help as many of you as possible to become more conscious of the things that you're doing in your life or the thoughts that you're having that are helpful to you, and some of the ones that perhaps aren't so helpful. So today I wanted to focus on my first love, which is homeopathy. Wonderful system of medicine that literally turned my life around and played a massive hand in who I am today and how healthy I am today. And I'll always be grateful for that. But also to talk about some of the beliefs generally in our lives and the beliefs that some people hold or that are out there in the world around natural health systems of medicine and homeopathy in particular. And because I'm so passionate about homeopathy, because I've witnessed the incredible changes that it's made in my own life when over 2 decades ago, basically, I was sort of written off by the mainstream pharmaceutical medical profession and sent home with a medication and told, well, that's it. You just have to take this for the rest of your life. And it was homeopathy that actually changed that. And I'm very grateful for that, because homeopathy enabled me to discover all the many other health modalities that are out there and that have helped me as well over the years. But it continues to be my first love, and it is my principal go-to health tool for not only for me but for my whole family. So part of what I feel my role is in life, I suppose, is to make that system of medicine as available to as many people as possible. So I thought today I'd just ask you to think about any beliefs that you might be holding about natural health systems of medicine in general, but specifically about homeopathy, because I often hear from the people who come to see me, and just generally out there, if I'm reading stuff online or in publications, there's a lot of beliefs about homeopathy that are limiting, are holding people back from using it or from using it fully and taking advantage of all that it has to offer. And that's the nature of beliefs anyway. We set up beliefs really quite early in our lives based around our experiences in life and based around what we've witnessed in our families of origin, what we've witnessed at school, what we witness all the time. And then we attach a belief to that experience. And if a belief has been around for long enough, then it becomes a conviction. It becomes something we utterly do not question at all, something that that we hold valuable, that we that drives our lives and drives our behaviour. So sometimes, those beliefs they work for us well, and sometimes they don't work for us quite as well as they might. So I know, for example, that if you're watching this video, or if you're following me in any way, then you're somebody who is really interested in natural health. You're somebody that cares what goes into your body and what goes onto your body. You're probably somebody who will read the ingredients lists on foods that you buy, that looks at, any kind of cleaning stuff that you're using, and notices, whether there's anything in there that is maybe harmful or toxic, or basically you're somebody that is aware that you need to make choices yourself and take some responsibility for your health and the health of your family. So, and often we do that, and we think very much about our emotional health as well. But when it comes to medicines, we don't think quite so deeply. We sometimes just put all our belief and trust in somebody outside of ourselves, and we don't question that unless we have cause to, good cause to. And what I'd like to encourage you to do this week is to just have a look at any of the beliefs that you might be carrying. Well, you can do that generally and just ask yourself, okay, what beliefs do I have that may or may not be true, may or may not have evidence to support them, and if so, what is that evidence? But also specifically about homeopathy, because there are a lot of misconceptions and myths around about what homeopathy is, how it works, what it's capable of addressing. And I very much want to engage with those beliefs and those questions that you might have that perhaps are holding you back a bit from diving a bit deeper into using natural health, and in particular homeopathy. So every day this week on my social media posts, my Instagram account and my Facebook account, I am going to be just taking one of those common beliefs about homeopathy and just disentangling it and just exploring it and asking, how true is it? And, might it actually be perhaps one particular perception, but not the whole truth? Might it be helping you in your quest for good health, or might it be holding you back? And really encouraging you to actually explore using homeopathy for the first time, if that's where you are, or for a greater number of things, complaints and issues, perhaps things that you've not thought of homeopathy as being a solution before. That's my goal, basically. And also just to actually give you a chance to have your questions answered. So look out for those posts every day, and obviously they're posts, so though you can, there's no timing to them. You can have a look and you can engage at any time you want. If you have got already, when you're watching this video, if you have got something that you've always wondered about, that perhaps makes you think of homeopathy as being limited in some way, or that you've had experience of it and you haven't been quite happy with the results, perhaps you have some conceptions of what homeopathy is even, and you would like to explore that a bit, do pop them in the comments below, because I'm more than happy to address them. I'm trying to think of some of the main ones. I hear all the time that you have to get worse before you get better with homeopathy, which is an interesting one. That's definitely one I'm going to be addressing, and of course would put you off. If you're already suffering, why would you want to feel worse before you feel better? So I can assure you that is not true, and I'll explain why later on this week. So do look out for that one. Lots of people feel that or believe that homeopathy is actually plant medicine. that it's herbal medicine. It isn't. It's very different from herbal medicine. Herbal medicine, of course, is medicines that are made exclusively from plants. That is not the case with homeopathy. And the way that the medicines are made up are completely different from herbal medicine. One of the advantages being that you do not have to worry so much about it counteracting any pharmaceutical medicines that you might be on, for example. You do not have to worry about things like side effects. So that's another myth I'm going to be exploring. Now let me just consult my list and see what others I've come across recently. That many people believe that homeopathy is fine for some things, but not for others. And I would dispute that heavily. Homeopathy can help people in any situation, in any health situation, whether that's physical health, emotional health, or spiritual health, and sometimes all three. There's always something that can be done using homeopathy, and I want to encourage as many of you to open up to that idea as possible. And of course, sometimes, most of the time actually with chronic illness, you do need to have a professionally trained practitioner to help you to get the right prescription. But another myth I've come across is that you always have to use homeopathy that way. You always have to go to a practitioner. And that is definitely not the case. It's how I started, actually, was using homeopathy myself with my children's health, with things like coughs and colds and, all of those acute illnesses that you do not have to use over-the-counter pharmaceutical medicine for. You can choose homeopathy instead. And the beauty of it is that there are no side effects, so you cannot cause any harm. So it's a lovely way to get familiar with it. And I, as many of you might already know, I run training courses for how to do that in your own home, how to use simple homeopathy kits to use it yourself. So you don't have to always come to a practitioner to use homeopathy. So that's another big myth. So I could go on, but I just wanted this week for you to just maybe focus on the beliefs that you might be carrying around using natural health systems, and in particular homeopathy, and how those beliefs might be helping you in your conscious commitment to good health and to using natural products and products that are not going to harm you in any way, and how those beliefs might actually be holding you back a bit and might actually be encouraging you to feel that perhaps you have no choice in some areas. I know many of my clients who come to me in desperation. Actually, a lot of people come to homeopathy as a last resort, having tried all sorts of other things, and it still works, which is so brilliant about it. And they spend a lot of time wishing that they had actually made inquiries about it earlier in their lives, that they had found out about it earlier in their lives. I did too, because I suffered for quite a long time, feeling very ill and thinking that my only option was the pharmaceutical drugs that were prescribed for me. And I know that's not true now. And I wish I'd known it earlier, but I didn't. So that's my commitment to you this week, is to help you to just explore those beliefs and just ask, are they true? What could be contributing to the beliefs? Are you willing to let go of them, or just broaden them a bit, or open up and become a little bit more open to using something like homeopathy for your health in any area you like? Even if you are taking medication, taking a prescribed pharmaceutical drug, it doesn't mean that because you're doing that you can't use a natural system of medicine as well. You can use both. And the beauty of homeopathy is that it will support your body to do whatever it needs to do to work towards health in a much more efficient, much quicker way. So it's very likely that you will get greater benefits from the medication that you're on, and maybe even be able to reduce that medication, or in some cases perhaps even stop that medication in time. So it's not an either or. You don't have to choose one or the other. Okay, so that's probably enough. I don't want to keep you too long because I know you're all very busy. So just to get that thought process going, please share any beliefs that you have or any questions that you might have, and I will answer them. Pop them in the comments below this video. And if you do want to know more about how I work, or about homeopathy, or any of the other health modalities that I do click on the link that's in the post with this video. You can also join my free mailing list. You can even set up a free call with me if you'd rather not add to the comments and you just want to have a conversation with me. That's okay. Just click on that link below. So I really welcome you, and good morning, Rose. Thank you for joining me. And Rose is saying thank you and looking forward to hearing more. Excellent. Okay, well, Rose, do pop any beliefs or any questions that you might have about homeopathy in the thread below, or just watch out for those posts this week. So thanks very much for joining me, and thanks to, I can't quite see, there's a few others on, but you're very welcome. Thanks for joining me. Okay, have a great week, and I look forward to hearing your questions and your comments during the week. Take care.